What is up, everybody? It is the Total Prime Zilla here again with another toy review, and this time we're taking a look at Beast Wars Transmetal 2 Tigerhawk. Now, this guy was the last minute addition to Beast Wars because he only appeared in 3 episodes and died during his last appearance. Though if he didn't die, Beast Machines would have been a whole lot better. But I really did like Tigerhawk as he was the fusion of both Tigatron and Air Razor combined into one. So I guess would you call it DNA digivolving fusion, or whatever you want to call it, whatever the anime term you want to call it for. But it is a cool fusion between the two, making an awesome Fusor that I enjoyed so much. Now, the detail on the beast mode is pretty good. You can actually see bits and pieces of what look like to be the tiger and the hawk put together. Because if you look at the side of the tiger's face, it looks like fur, but when you turn it around, you get portions of an eagle's face here. See right there? That's the hawk part, and on this side is the tiger part. There are also still differences in the feet a bit. Yeah. Like I said, mostly with the back feet. The back feet's kind of an obvious one. Mostly right on this leg, while this one seems to be fur. Everything else, the arms still have the fur. Yeah. It's just a combination of how you get this guy in. The wings are very impressive. They are huge wings. That's for sure. Maybe not as big as other current Transformer figures, but yeah, these things are huge. Yeah. All articulation is kind of a little bit limited in beast mode, as you can tell. But even the tongue has a little bit of a thing, like. Yeah. Also, I like the back side of it. If you pull this switch here, he's ready to go guns and blazing a bit, but we'll worry about that part later. Most of this guy is on a hinge joint, so barely any ball joints for great posability. And right here is what there's supposed to be a pilot in there, but that never got in. But yeah, so detail on this guy may not be the best, but it's still a good figure overall. I always do love this little pose. I wish you could get this guy in very more unique poses. Yeah, you can't keep one paw up without him tumbling over. So he has to be on all fours to keep stable. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. Also, another thing you could do is that he goes into this third mode. When you put the hawk head down, there's a little bit of chipping right there. You may not be able to see it, but I don't want to show you because it ruins the whole aesthetic of the video. You switch this down. Oh. Yeah, that missile likes to keep launching every time. Yeah. You get the wings up like that. Pull these little switches here. He's ready to do another shooting, and you pull these wings down. Now he's in his third mode. Yeah, it doesn't really look as impressive. It just looks stupid. Yeah, it's just so dumb. However, I do like the hawk head on top of the tiger head. This is actually pretty neat. You don't get to see this in the show, but whatever. As for the missiles, like you just saw before, these things like to shoot out because the button is going to be hitting this thing a lot. And there's also these shooter wings that look like that's something that was ripped off of Silverbolt. So yeah, not much of accessories there. But however, I still do like him. as a good figure and all, but it's just, you know, the missiles are just so bothersome. When I get to this guy's transformation, they will be out. Mostly these missiles, not the feather missiles. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I will keep this tiger head on for this beast mode section. For comparison, we have him with Optimus and Transmetal Rat Trap. Now, this size is pretty cool, but you never get to see these guys in their beast modes all together in the show, because like I said, Tigerhawk was only in it for 3 episodes and never really got to do much. But that's kind of sad though. But yeah, this is still a great comparison either way. Yeah, you're just a big tiger, mixed with a hawk. So what? You do realize that cats and birds do eat mice, right? Oh, scrap. I'm gonna die. Here he is compared with some other Transformers I have in their beast modes, such as Age of Extinction Grimlock and Cybertron Leo Breaker. Fun fact, these two are voiced by the same actor, which is actually pretty cool, if you think about it. But Grimlock, on the other hand, he just towers over him. Hot dog Grimlock. I still like the raw MO, it's still cool form, but we're not talking about him. We're talking about this guy. Let's showcase some other size comparisons with him. Here's Tigerhawk compared with some SH Monstars figures. Godzilla 2002, Kiryu, and Kong. As you can tell, they do tower over him height-wise, but size-wise, he's actually bigger. Here he is compared to some Pacific Rim, the Diamond Select Gypsy Avenger, and the NECA Gypsy Danger. They tower over him while he's in beast mode as well. Wonder how these guys would do if they saw this guy. Would they fight him or would they join him? Come on, tough guy. I'm calling you out. You're no match for Tigerhawk. I am the strongest. Oh man. I need to rethink my strategies. Here he is compared to the NECA Otachi and the NECA Trespasser. Now, they're actually pretty big scale-wise, but as you can tell, he towers over him while he's in beast mode, while these two seem to be the same height in beast mode. But scale-wise, she's bigger. I'm gonna eat you up! Get your face off of me, before I destroy you. I like them when they get hard to get. Here he is compared to some Gundam model kits, the RX-78 Gundam and the Zazivi. Of course, he's way smaller and he towers over him while he's in beast mode. Not much of a comparison there. Here he is compared to the guys that make up my username, Toa Matanui, Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime while he's in vehicle mode, and Godzilla 2004 Bandai version. As you can tell, he towers over him while he's in beast mode. He's still a small truck, but his robot mode is definitely bigger. Of course, he is definitely smaller too. Alright, with all that out of the way, let's get on to this guy's transformation. Now, it's a very simple one at that. First, you want to unpeg the arm here. And then make sure these things unpeg this arm, unpeg its shoulder. Make sure these things get folded out. Also unpeg this waist part, that becomes his chest. Now this guy's transformation is a bit of a mess. You rotate the legs, the front legs down. Or no, not rotate, just put these guys down. Also, unpeg this part. And then you want to rotate this little thing right here. Make sure these things get ready to go into position soon. Fold the head out. Yep. Then make sure you get the crotch piece ready. Like that. Pull these things down, but first you want to fold up the little tiger claws out of the way for both sides. Fold these blue things down. And then make sure you got these back legs folded in. Make sure these back legs are in a good position. Make sure you plug in this little thing into these little round pegs. There we go. Peg. Make sure you put the arms in these little pegs. Both sides. But for the Hawk helmet, you gotta put it back in, which will chip out away at it. The wings, make sure you do that. And for me, I know you keep the wings down, but yeah. And finally, yeah, these things like to come out. And then finally, we turn the head. And there you go. You have Tigerhawk in his robot mode. And I gotta say, this robot mode is amazing. The detail on this guy is super amazing. He looked like he just came right out of the show, like I said. But he is just so cool. Everything about him they got right. Well, in the show, his blue was actually purple, but I'm okay with this color. It just looks better on him anyways. As you can tell, he has a lot of white. As you can tell by the face, I did a little customizing. Let's get a closer look. See, I did a little customizing on the face because it was all white and Tigerhawk's face was not all white. It had a bit of this greenish gold to it. And I made his teeth a little silver. All I had to do was unscrew this little thing on the back of his head. The visor came off and voila, you get a more show accurate face. Now that looks way better. Well, everything else about this guy is just spot on to the show. Everything to it is just very amazing. I like to keep these wings up. Even though when he's on land, he always has them down, but I prefer these things up, regardless if he's flying or not. Yeah, the shoes, not the shoes, the feet, like these little missiles, the gun arm. I always thought that he was like doing a rock and roll pose, like the Spider-Man shooting pose. Yeah, that's how cool it is. Also, these things can pop right off, and you can have them be a gun. Ain't that cool? Hang on. Yep. Now that's what I call some firepower. Now let's bring back the missiles. Hopefully they don't shoot off. There we go. Yeah, that's actually really cool. Even though he never did that in the show, but if he did, that would be amazing, because everything about Tigerhawk was so cool, but they ended his life during the end of the series, and I think, yeah, if you're gonna introduce a new character, don't kill him off. Give him like 10 more episodes. Articulation, swivel on the head, swivel on the arms. Every ball joint can be a swivel. Ball jointed elbows, swivel, well, thigh swivel. hinge joint, hinge joint, hinge joint, well, ratchety joint, hinge joint. That's about it. His legs don't spread out too far, which is kind of sad. But posability on this guy is kind of cool too. Kind of like this pose. He shoots on his enemies ready to fight. The Predacons stand no chance against this ultimate Maximal. And of course, we can't forget about the guns. Figured that was gonna happen. And the buttons are too trigger happy. Hang on, let me get that missile back. Here we are. Yeah, it looks amazing. Yeah, the posability on this guy is very limited, but who knows? Maybe they might make a third-party version of this guy. I would like that. Or maybe there'll be a masterpiece. Who knows? But this guy is basically a masterpiece already, because he looks very show accurate. Yeah. Now let's move on to other things like sizing. Now here he is compared to Optimal Optimus and Transmetal Rat Trap. Now this is actually perfect because it was shown that Tigerhawk did tower over the Maximal, but Primal was taller than him. Well, this is actually the right scaling because this does show, because he was the second biggest of the Maximal team towards the end, which is actually pretty cool. Tigerhawk. Yes, Optimus Primal. I've been curious. Do you have any memories of being Tigatron and Air Razor? Kinda. Why do you ask? Well, I owe Air Razor a lot of debt for helping me that one time. It's okay. But also, isn't it kind of weird that you're the fusion of a male and a female Cybertronian? What's wrong with that? Are you a male or a female? Don't worry about it, Boss Monkey. I wouldn't care either way. It's just nice to have those two back, even if they are just one now. He's got a point. Here he is compared to Age of Extinction, Grimlock, and Cybertron Leo Breaker. As you can tell, they tower over him. Kind of figured as much, because toys over time got bigger and bigger. Me Grimlock, no like you, cat bird bot. Really? Is that your best comeback? Me Grimlock say yes? You're an idiot. You know I am very powerful than you, and I can obliterate you in the blink of an eye. Me Grimlock, run? Yeah, you better. I am stronger. Here he is compared to the SH Monster Arts figures I showed him while he was in beast mode. As you can tell, he towers over all of them, which is actually pretty cool. Nice. What are you? Predacon? Maximal? Because you're a robot dinosaur. Well, technically I'm a kaiju, but what's your take on me, huh? Well, I can obliterate you. I can freeze you. So what? I'm stronger than a freeze cannon. But didn't you die at the end of your series? By an old ship? We don't talk about that. You win this round. Here he is compared to the Jaegers again. Now, Gypsy Avenger still towers over him, while Gypsy Danger is slightly taller. I guess it still works out either way. Here he is compared to the NECA Otachi and the NECA Trespasser. As you can tell, they still are a little bigger than him in certain ways. Although he towers over Otachi while in robot mode, and him and Trespasser are a little bit at the same height. That's okay. Here he is compared to some model kits, the RX-78 Gundam and the Zazabi. And now he is definitely taller than him. Well, he's a slightly taller than the Zazabi. So yeah, he does tower over model kits, that's for sure. And finally, here he is compared to Toa Matanui, Revenge of the Fallen, Leader Class Optimus Prime, and Bandai 6-inch 2004 Godzilla. Now, he does tower over Godzilla, but these two definitely are taller than him. Which is kind of sad, though. I do wish Tigerhawk was a little bit bigger, like just a teeny bit, but I'm okay with this scale. I do wonder if he met Optimus Prime, how would the reaction go?
Hello there. I am Optimus Prime, and I am Tigerhawk. I have come to warn you. Or do you need to warn me? I've come to tell you that after your third film, Michael Bay will go downhill, making the movies too long and with too many overarching plot points that could have been done in their own individual films, but they will be very bad in the audience of fans. Oh, wow. That sounds upsetting. The fourth film will have the Dinobots. Okay, good. But sadly, they will not show up until the third act of the film. The very end of the third act. Close to the end, to be exact. Well, that's just Prime. Hey, my boss says that too. Huh. That's good to know. What's your boss's name? Optimus Primal. What does he turn into? A gorilla. Wow. I would actually like that.
Overall, I think Tigerhawk is a great figure. I really do love how Hasbro decided to release the toy of this guy, even though he did die in the show, but it was still cool to have him actually as a figure. I do wish I grew up with Beast Wars during my time. I know it was around when I was very young, but of course as a kid, you don't remember things, and I never got any of the toys. I grew up with Beast Machines. Well, I seen a few episodes here and there, but that's besides the point. This guy is super awesome, and I really do hope that we get third-party figures of this guy and maybe a masterpiece. Hopefully, he'd probably be very huge, because it seems like the masterpiece figures seem to be only in scale, but that's besides the point. Tigerhawk is awesome. I do recommend you pick up this guy if you could find him for a cheap price. Yeah. So anyway, this has been the Total Primezilla with a Transformers toy review, and I'll hope to see you guys with more videos. So, bye!
I am Tigerhawk, emissary of the Valk. I am just glad, though, I have shown up just in time for this series. Hopefully, it will be amazing. And now, they will probably have me do awesome things. Yeah, I could see myself being a great warrior for the maximum cause.
Actually, you only get to appear in 3 episodes of the final series, or the finale, and you die during the last episode of Beast Wars.
What?
That's right. You die.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's just Prime. Why am I even here then?
To sell the toys. But I'm the fusion of 2 characters that have been away since season 2. Oh! Contact my lawyer. Hopefully the live action films will bring me in. Hopefully they're not produced by Michael Bay. I don't care.